The foremost reason anybody should read this book is this name, Clint Rogers. He's such a kind man, and you'll find the power of possibility, what is possible. You'll discover at different levels how limiting we are to ourselves. So this is an example of just being limitless. And that is why this book is a must-read for anybody.
Many people get inspired from this book, different places. It's full of information and inspiration.
There is a book about Dr. Naram and the personal story of Dr. Clint that I would highly recommend, because this is something that if you take the book, you can't put it away so soon. It is full of healing stories, of personal stories, and it touches your heart and it moves you in a way that hopefully will do it for you as it did for me and my older son, who we just read the book together and then at some point I couldn't read it with him, but then he decided to read it to the end because you just can't stop. It touches your heart.
Clint is fantastic because he has a great way of translating these Eastern concepts into the Western mind.
As you are gripped by the stories as they evolve, and these are true stories, this isn't a fictional tale, this is real life, you kind of start to be able to look at yourself and see you question yourself, what are my beliefs? What are my limitations? What am I doing to myself that's holding me back? And you want to be able to break free of that. And I think that is the gift that you give to yourself when you read this book, is that you give yourself a chance to change. And not only just to change into something else, but to become bigger and better and more confident and comfortable with who you are. And then it opens the doors to many possibilities. And as you change in those ways, the things that are attracted into your life, the people that you attract, the experiences that you begin to have will also shift. And I think that is the inherent, or like the secret gift that you receive when you read this book. Or I should even say experience this book. It's more of an experience.
First of all, I want to thank Clint that he took this 9 years of hard work and really intensive research to create this book. And he never gave up, and he was doing all these interviews and everything to come to this point that he was able to write it down in a book. And this, I think, will impact so many people, because so many nowadays are looking for alternatives besides the allopathic medicine, and they don't know where to find an authentic healer. And that's why I think he made a great work to bring this to other people and inspire and help them.
In the title you see already, it gives a gate actually for people who are actually a bit narrow-minded, because skeptics would identify with that. So if someone is super enthusiastic and would tell, like, I met this master healer and it's so cool and you have to meet him, everybody shuts down who is a bit skeptic mind, right? But if this is written here, then you are like, okay, he made experiences, so maybe it's also something for me inside. And what I always like is to hear about stories about master-student relationships, because I think this is really a treasure which in our society and day and age today, it's rare, and it's really something very special. So I love this journey Clint is taking us with him. Like, he observed this master healer, Dr. Naram, and he is very honest in the beginning that he doesn't get anything. He doesn't know who he is, how he works, what he does. It's all pretty fancy stuff. But then he develops more observing skills actually to find out why does he do certain things, or who is he, or what is his genuine intention behind it. And this is a beautiful journey, and he takes the reader with him on this discovery.
This book is a real treasure of wisdom, of healing. When I read this book, it was really, I was so impressed about all the stories. It's so beautiful written, you cannot lie it aside, because you have to continue and continue and continue, and it really takes so many secrets of healing. If somebody reads it, that's a treasure for their life.
I would say the value of this book is really uncountable, because like you wrote so beautifully, a Western skeptic and an Eastern master, so this fusion of the Western intellect And the Western capacity comes together with this really holistic way of thinking and being from the Eastern world. This year is the connection to thousands of years old lineage. And people in the Western world don't know about these lineages. They don't understand about the power of these lineages. They don't understand what it really means to have a master in your life, someone who is following a master, who had followed a master. This is the power of a lineage, gives you such a clear position in life, and you feel that you're never alone. I think this is one of the most important books we will have, especially for Westerners. It will be really mind-opening, heart-opening. And I think now from information era, we have to go to the area of wisdom. So this book will help to understand what wisdom means and how we as humans can enter into the field of wisdom in a natural way.
The biggest thing this book will do is build awareness of the ancient healing methods in this world. I think it's the only place where this is addressed. It will help a reader understand that there's an alternative healing practice which is quite helpful and unique.
It's about opportunities and possibilities. I mean, you know, normally your knowledge about things, especially when it comes to health, is influenced by Western medicine. So to give people this view over this limit of Western medicine, this is, I think, you know, giving people the hope that so many other things or everything else is possible. If people just open up a little, oh my God, it's a life-changing chance they get.
2 years ago when I first met Dr. Naram, this was also very foreign and I was very skeptical. So I think this book will demystify and help with putting a lot of unanswered questions, to answer a lot of unanswered questions and gaps in people's perception about what ancient healing and Siddha medicine may be about.
It's a major tool to understand all of what you're trying to understand about yourself.
There were so many severe cases mentioned in this book where healing took place, that if you have something, an easier case, yeah, so it's possible, yeah. Why should it not be possible? Yeah, there's always a chance to change for better health.
I think this book will enroll a big wave of healing.
I found two things from where I come from. I am from Indian origin, but I've also had a very Western education. I also lived in the West many times. And I feel that in the East, there is a different approach to the ancient traditions of healing. It comes from the heart, then it complemented with logic and the brain. In the West, I found that people come from the brain, then they complement with the heart. So I think what this book does is give that both perspectives, from the heart and from the brain. Each individual is free to choose which way, which angle they want to come from, but it gives you a holistic view, a bird's eye view of what this science can do for you. You can believe just in the scientific side of it. I mean, if you go and Google all the experiments, clinical studies that are being done on all the different spices or herbs, you will find that there are scientific reasons why they work. I would definitely recommend anyone who is interested to find out or to heal their own problems to take a moment and go through this book. There are lots of hidden treasures.
The book is the essence, and reading it, it's like sitting in the clinic beside Dr. Naram. It's very good to read and it's also nice to read.
He gets into this whole field without having any idea. He was like a scientist, and I think this book shows also how he gets humbled. And maybe this could inspire others too. Like a man like him who was just into science, open his heart for other things. This is very interesting, and I think this is happening in a lot of people. So I think a lot of people are interested in reading this and seeing which possibilities are possible.
It can influence many people on so many deep levels, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually.
I have been observing Clint Dr. Clint Rogers, G. Rogers, how much effort, how much dedication, how much work he has done. While he is explaining the story, there are secrets, there are suggestions, there are opportunity, there are opening for other ways of healing that are very, very interesting. This can be very good, I think, for professionals and also for just for the people, that they will be captured by the flow of the story. Amazing story, one after another, of Dr. Clint and his ancient master, ancient doctor, Dr. Naram, that is carrying now the secrets of all this old master.
This book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, a Western skeptic, an Eastern master, and life's greatest secrets. This book holds so many beautiful secrets that can actually change your life in the most amazing ways. And the only way you will be able to know this is if you get this book and you open the pages and magic will happen.